Welcome back, everybody. This is Goldenfur, and welcome to another episode of my Feed the Beast Direwolf20 on the non-flavored server. I am over here today with Mad Dragon. He's one of the staff, moderator plus, if I am not mistaken, and he is going to give us a little tour of his area that we're looking at right now. I want to say hello to everybody, Mad.
Sure. Hi, I'm Mad Dragon. I'm a staff member, as Goldenfur already mentioned, on the NFT servers.
So you're over. Oh, you're staff on all of them then.
Yes.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, let's not talk about Magic Farm. That was a pain.
Except for that one.
All right. We are looking at the. Started off at the town spawn. Looks like he's got some. The town's got some berry patches here. Or berries, that is.
Yeah, I have an Orberry farm there. There's a mana bean farm, which is a Thelmcraft thing, off to the left of the town spawn as well.
All right, and if I'm not mistaken, Matt, would you rather me say Mad or Dragon? Which one?
That's fine.
Okay. The town design is skyscrapers, correct?
Yep. Sort of a Chicago kind of setting, so that one, I guess, depends on what you want to think of it as.
All right. I'm flying, by the way, very, very carefully because I don't want to be teleported out of these chunks. Some chunks will allow me to go into, and some won't. I'm just here as a guest.
That's a My Town feature. I can describe that real quick too.
Sure, go ahead.
Feed the Beast has a couple of interesting features, which is the mod packs that he's probably already told you several times that he plays on. My Town is a plugin that's designed for Feed the Beast, and it basically allows for public servers to have a safety measure for their players, and it basically allows them to have a safety town or their base inside of the chunks that are claimed as My Town, and protects them from being griefed or certain people coming into them and messing them up.
Well, that's really good, and I'm really glad of it. That's for sure. Except for the little error where we had missing the My Town.
Right.
But
exactly where that was.
But I do want to thank Cam for finally getting all my stuff back that was griefed from me that shouldn't have been. Smooth Blackstone. Where do you get that? That looks really neat for the road.
Let me take a look at it.
All right.
It's a mine factory loaded one. It is basically smooth stone with an ink sac in the middle.
Ah, okay. We are, by the way, I've just shown some of the buildings around. The one right here that we're looking at is Madd's. We have permission to enter here.
Correct.
And we're just going to take a look around here on what he is doing. Apparently he's got a lot of power going.
Yes, I have several high voltage solar arrays. And the first 5 I had was because I'm a donator on our servers. Donators get particular perks. The more money you spend as a donator rank, the more perks you get. And one of the top tier, which is a tier 6 perk, is a set of quantum armor and high voltage solar arrays. You get 5 high voltage solar arrays. Pretty cool. The rest of them I all made out of resources that I have. Yeah, I've been on here since the server went up, so got some time to make them.
So when did the server originally start? I'm not talking about when we updated Direwolf, but when was the initial load?
I'm not exactly sure because I haven't been a moderator from the start. I know that it dates all the way back to when Tekkit was, and I was playing on a private server at that point, before I was introduced to NFG.
Well, I'm lucky. I just happened to just stumble onto NFG, which was interesting.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here.
Okay, I'm done with walking.
You want to come to the top and see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I noticed there's no way to go up.
Actually, there is. In the very center, there's a light blue block that says elevator. You can push space to jump up, or you can hold shift to go down.
Oh, also, what's the crafting recipe on those? That's really cool.
It's an ender pearl surrounded by wool. That easy.
By wool?
Yep.
Okay, what's your second floor?
The second floor is an industrial craft 2 floor. That makes more sense because of the level that my high voltage solar panels are on. So I put my industrial craft 2 stuff there. The third floor is thermal expansion, and that's a little easier because I can use Tesseract to power my machine. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I don't remember how many floors I have. I have so many. The last couple floors are magic floors, which are 2 different magic mods that are in Feed the Beast Direwolf164. One's Ars Magica, and one is Thumbcraft, which is what I'm doing right now on the very top floor. Making a very complicated recipe.
Alright, yeah, we're just going up each floor slowly. Angel block, cobblestone, dirt.
Oh, yeah, those are there as placeholders for me. I have a magical wand and Thumbcraft, a focus actually, that is called the Wand of Equal Trade, and basically I can shift right click a block and I can replace that block that's placed in the world somewhere with another block that I have in my inventory, making it easier to change a block type.
Interesting.
It's very interesting.
Still have quite a number of empty floors here.
Yeah, this building's very new. I had an older base that I didn't like as much, so I used a filler to remove it and replace it with this. And the reinforced, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say you got these little mini golems. Those are Thumbcraft, right?
Yeah, they are my farmers for a couple of items that I just started farms. This is very preliminary stage for a lot of the stuff I have in here. That's why there's like some missing blocks. Like you can see the glass is kind of missing in the corner there. Yeah, that's because I needed more light so that way my reeds would grow. And I'm trying to figure out what this column back here is doing, wherever he went. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. He's back here again. These ones are advanced golems, and the difference between standard golems and advanced golems is the amount of upgrade slots they have. Advanced golems will give you an extra upgrade slot, and you can have up to 3.
And basically,
golem,
you use them just to harvest everything?
Yeah, these particular guys. One of them, this little tallow golem here, since you have the new feature in 164 that allows you to see what type of block and mod it's part of. This little tallow golem here, he's the harvester, and I picked him because he has 2 upgrade slots by default, and he's very fast. Like, he runs really fast. The only downside is that he's not very durable, so luckily it's not much of an issue for these servers because we have my town, but it allows my farm to run slightly faster and more efficiently thanks to the fact that he runs quickly.
Well, that's really a good plus for trying Thumbcraft.
Yeah, like you might have mentioned already, recently I've pretty much been doing nothing but Thaumcraft and Ars Magica, but I kind of halted on my Ars Magica right away and went straight to Thaumcraft because of the new updates that give you several endgame items to play around with, which is actually what I'm wearing right now is my armor. This armor is called, this armor is from Thaumic Tinkerer, and it's the highest tier armor you can get in Thaumcraft. Each piece of my armor has a particular advantage. Like my leggings, for example, give me fire immunity. My boots allow me to move extremely fast and have a permanent haste 2 enchantment. My robes allow me, which are my chest pieces, allow me to have creative flight mode, even though I have that anyway. But the nice advantage of it is I don't have to type /fly, which is a command you'll have access to as a donator. So that's really interesting. And not only that, but I can enchant all of it, and it gives me this discount for all of my spells, not my spells, but all of my casts. Oops, that's my looking left. This is a wand, for example, and I have several different caps or foci that I can cycle through here, and they all have different features. Like this one, I just passed it. Try to get back to it. The one I want here, yeah, right here. And these blocks below me, I can right-click on them with the wand, and if I have them in my inventory, I can replace a different block with that type. Actually, I could probably show you an example of stone or something. Let me get some. Assuming my elevators work. There we go. And we'll just do cobblestone. An example. So I don't know if you want to come all the way up to the top here. This is my Thaumcraft room up here anyway. But I go back to that one, and I right-click it, and I touch the floor with it. It'll transform all those blocks to that type. Yes,
wow.
Very useful for upgrading your base.
Yes, it is. I think I need to start doing that.
Now I gotta go find the Venium blocks to transform them back into. Luckily, they go in my inventory, so I can just click on the other side and transform it back to the same type. And sometimes you miss a couple, but that's fine. Apparently that one wasn't too particular, or there's just a little bit of lag at the moment. My golems are gonna pick that up. Oh, I know what it was. I ran out of the block because I placed one there. Yes, there's advantages and disadvantages to every mod, and particularly this one. A disadvantage to it is the time it takes to make all of the machines / armor, just the things that you use. Which I'm about ready to craft one there that you're looking at. That's actually the infusion altar. That's part of Thaumcraft. The jars that are hanging from the ceiling are essentia, and you need essentia to do any type of infusion. Depending on what kind of infusion it is, depends on how much of it is used per recipe. And because infusion is a little dangerous, you have a tendency to have objects get knocked off these pedestals here, which are like the one there in the center of the portable hole, focus cap, which is something that I need to build an advanced item. That one centerpiece is the only piece that will not get knocked off out of the entire crafting. I'll give you a little example of what that looks like here in a second, if I can make sure that I have all of the essentia I need to do it.
Wow, they have definitely expanded Thaumcraft from Thaumcraft 2.
Yeah. Huge changes. It is a huge step up from Thaumcraft 3, and Thaumcraft 3 was on some of the older servers or the older versions that we were playing on. Direwolf15, for example, was Thaumcraft 3, and if you played Thaumcraft 3, you would see just the enormous difference between Thaumcraft 3 and Thaumcraft 4 as you come onto the 164 server, or 164 could
Oh,
play single mode.
oh, sorry. This is Thaumcraft 4. Is that what you said? That this is Thaumcraft 4?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. This is gonna be so much different from when I played 2 on which one? Unleashed. There we go.
Yeah,
It's so much
that's
different.
actually the one that I played Thaumcraft 3 on. I started with Direwolf, but because I had a little issue with my player data getting wiped, I got all my items back, but at some point, but yeah, I didn't want to have to replace everything because I was moving towns at the time, which at that point it was county instead of my town plugin, which is slightly different than my town. So I lost all of my items and had to have a moderator, or not a moderator, an admin replace them for me. And that's not always going to happen, but depending on the circumstances, we pretty much usually replace items for you if there's something like a player data issue. One recommendation I can give is do not ever take 64K drives and fill your inventory with them when you have an abundance of items in them, because they will corrupt your player data. And yeah, I learned that twice more recently. So I had it happen in 1.64 too.
Yeah, it's. I will say that because I started with Direwolf 1.5, I believe. Uh, yeah, 1.5 on the non-flavored servers, and so staff has been really, really good. I have to admit.
We do our best. And we definitely always accept new staff members. It just depends on how much time you want to spend and how much time you want to spend with players.
Yeah, that's taint on the ceiling, right?
Yeah, that's taint gas. You'll probably see it happen here because this item that I'm creating is an endgame item for Thaumcraft called the Black Hole Talisman, and I'm waiting for Essentia to fill up my jars in order to craft it. I'm missing Vacos, I think. Vacos is a particular. No, I have enough Vacos. I'll just magic. Trichontasia. By the way, I haven't memorized all the names yet because there's 48 different Essentia types, I believe. Quite a few. And each recipe that you use uses a certain amount of Essentia. Timbre is the last thing that I was missing. Okay, I got everything. Here we go. You'll probably see a couple of interesting things happen here as I begin this. What it's doing right now is pulling the Essentia out of the jars in order to craft the item. Before it starts absorbing them that are on the pedestals, it has to pull all the Essentia in. And depending on how advanced you are in Thaumcraft, really depends on what type of items you get. I keep on getting hurt because I have an item in my inventory called Pink Goo. I'll read you this.
Yeah, I got to move away for a little bit just so it's not so it's not so loud.
Yeah, as you might have saw there, the pedestal that had my diamond on it got zapped off, and that item got destroyed. So that one did too. Actually, that one didn't get destroyed; it just got knocked off. But that's the one that keeps on infecting me. And when they get knocked off, you have to replace them quickly before the infusion starts pulling in additional Essentia, which is like that purple bubbly stuff that's going towards it right now. This is actually really cool. This is pretty fun. At this point, and I just did it again. At this point, it can really stink if you start losing particular items because some of these items, like you can see that inner chest there, is sort of a higher tier thing. and it has a high possibility of being destroyed. What's even worse is if I lose these orange, like, drop looking things, because in order to make 8 of them, it requires another star, and 2 extremely rare shards that you have to get from mob drops. And a bat. And as it's doing right now, it's finishing off pulling in the rest of the items, and you'll see what happens. Boom. There, I got that metal piece that I needed. And that leads to another item, which I'm about ready to build, which is called the World Shaper's Looking Glass. And I'm going to wait on making that one because I don't have what I need for it.
Well, I will say that it is perfect timing because we have run out of time on this episode.
Oh, okay.
And so I want to thank Mad Dragon for giving us a tour and showing us the infusion altar. I hope everyone really enjoyed this episode. I do want to say that if you do, leave a rating. Ow! What did I run into?
Probably just ran over one of my crucibles.
Ouch. All right, well, let me get back to saying this. I want to thank everybody for joining us. If you've liked this episode, please leave a rating. Please come out and join us on direwolf.nonflavored.com. We'd love to have you guys. Once again, I really do hope that you have enjoyed this episode, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.